coach told me before the game, this is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
All right, Holly. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Keelan Russell bringing the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled.
Got a little grass, and he'll be smacked to the ground.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Rides to the back, and he'll be brought down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Just going to keep it after the snap. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First run of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. That is coverage just the way you draw it up. Don't even let him get started, and they knock him down deep in his own end. They'll start on the ground with Durham. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Hauls it in, looking for space. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up and turning it on. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
Yeah, they're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it could be a long game.
Throwing Russell. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Dropping back, it's Russell. Going for 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Makes the catch, plenty of room, feet down in the end zone.
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. He'll bring it out. It's Wilson. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Russell. That's caught. It's Rodgers. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to...
Could be an alley. And This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And right down the middle. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dura. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Tide ready to roll on offense. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
And you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And the holder will place it down on the left hash. A 47-yard try coming. And the try is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
And he's brought down after a nice game. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Here's a give to Durham. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Soft spot in the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Durham. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, it's Durham. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On the move. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, LSU!
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Staring into the raindrops, and he muffs it. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And as he throws, almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Under fire. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. Back to throw, it's Levin. Takes the easy one to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. looking to fire. He lobs one high down the left side. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down.
Well, on a lot of 3rd downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that 3rd down, really nice route, gets the
snags it, and there's running room. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to...
Touchdown, Tigers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Defense in press coverage. Running inside. It's Hill. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Now here's Russell. Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. That is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keelan Russell plucks it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Alabama quickly back to the line. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell gets open down the middle. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Offense set on 1st down. Give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game.
And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Handoff, Caden Durham. Maybe a crease. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And this offense, right, they are in a groove. They are in a rhythm, just finding themselves play after play. Everything they're dialing up right now is working. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm not changing a thing. I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing because this defense has had zero answers.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Bulldozes his way and runs through another one. To the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead, built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Throwing Russell. Gonna take a shot. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Fighting off the defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just great job.
There's a crease. The 30, the 20. He's at the 10, and he scores. Touchdown, Bama. Ready to try the point after. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And he finished things off racing 63 yards to the end zone. And he doesn't field it cleanly. It's loose. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Dropping back, it's Levitt. He spins that thing down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Offense in an empty set. To the air on second down. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He was thinking big return. Didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Here comes the heat. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Looking for more room. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
From our gorgeous Orlando studios, it's the Week 5 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with a look in on BYU, taking on the number 19 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's BYU sneaking out of here with an upset victory. And have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome.
He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there.
And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Finding some room. Got enough for the first. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. LSU quick to the line. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Makes the grab. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. On the run, it's Berry. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense up.
There he goes! Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. And nobody's been able to hold that Tiger as LSU builds its lead over Alabama.
And listen, both these teams knew coming into this one that the more physical team was going to get it done, David, and that's been the Tigers, right? On both sides of the ball. They have been dominating in this game.
And putting up points, too. When LSU gets their offense going, they are so hard to beat. Rivalry game, regular game, whatever it is, this offense is cooking.
Coming out with it, it's Jenkins. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Russell. Under fire. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Both of these offenses just up and down the field, scoring at will. This QB's already got over 150 passing yards in the game, so he's not going to stop slinging it. Which defense can get a stop?
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He's at the touchdown, Alabama! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. What a game he's had. Third touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
And I love the way they just came out in the second half. The passing game, it was a little touch and go in the first half, right? What did they do well? They ran the football. They come out in the second half, Homer, more of the same. They didn't abandon it. They break the long run, and they cut into this lead.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? For them right now, the key is scoring points. Can't keep turning it over. They're turning it over, throwing the football, so let's run it. And after gashing him like that, if I was this offensive coordinator, I would just keep giving this guy the football, regardless of what the defense does, and see if he can break another long one.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
I'll tell you what, I love no hesitation. I love my quarterback to make that RPO read, throw it to the right really quickly, but just got to be a little bit more accurate, maybe not rush it so much.
Throws for the tight end. Complete downfield. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Pocket breaking down. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
Here's a give to Durham. The pass is incomplete. Thought they might catch the defense napping, but it'll be third down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the second down misfire. Making side adjustments here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being you, keep being aggressive.
Russell looking for a big play. He's got it down the left, and he's brought down after a huge completion. Alabama pushing the tempo. Looking downfield, it's Russell. A spectacular one-hand grab. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, that is an incredible catch, and what makes it even so much more impressive is the fact that he's doing it in the elements. Bad weather out here. It'd be hard to catch it with two hands.
He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Durham. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this team needs more of that, man. Like, this is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He's going to get loose. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Runs through the tackle. There's a little room there. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Tide. That one will give them the lead.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Wilson. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. He's at the 10. Touchdown, LSU. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jenkins. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the fourth quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
There's some room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They move on top here in the fourth. The Tide answers back.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the fourth quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, so a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Levin. Got his man on the outside. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Looking left. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And a tremendous return will be stopped at the 28-yard line.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. Here's the thing. That's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
It's complete, and he will score. Touchdown, Bama. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Upstairs to make the catch. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They had hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set him up inside the 30, 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Escapes the pressure to his right. Caught. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
That is such a nice example of a quarterback and his tight end being on the same page. A little bit of a scramble drill right there, where the quarterback had to get flushed out of the pocket, but his tight end was able to lock up with him and was able to mirror him, find an open area downfield. Quarterback makes a nice throw, you make the nice catch, and just like that, off.
Going for the goal line, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Back to pass, it's Levin. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Through his fingers, he muffed it. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. So the defense sets them up with that interception. Now a couple of first downs, maybe even punching a score, and they'll go home with the W. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Russell. Got his man down the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Russell. Good timing on the quick out. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Alabama quickly back to the line.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
Pulls and fires complete. Oh, he's got some space. Found a little bit of room and picked up 8 before he was stopped, and that'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throwing Russell. Quickly complete. He works his way to the 23 before he goes out of bounds.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it.
Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Alabama! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Off the play fake. Still looking, on the move. He wants a big play here late. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close.
Lets it fly. And he tried to take the top off with the first play of the drive and got nothing to show for it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Quarterback will keep it. And he's dragged down. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Tried to find some running room, but there was none to be had, and he's well short. It'll be 4th and 5. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The quarterback's mistake pushes the ball back in the shadow of his own goalpost. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback extends the play. trying to get rid of it. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like